But welcome back, people. It's your host, Adon. Welcome back to 39 and 7 with my co-host, Sheen Tavius.
Tavius.
And today we have a special guest. This person is a four-time Team USA member, four-time gold medalist, two-time world champion, NCAA national champion, and the first African American to win singles in all events for Team USA. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Jasmine Gigi Mason. I love the energy. Oh yeah, but so Gigi, I didn't know that you were from Rhode Island. First of all, yeah, I did not know that at all.
I was gonna say the middle of nowhere, but I actually lied. No, the smallest state. Yeah.
How was it being growing up there? Because I don't know. I don't think probably not too many people even know about Rhode Island like that.
Right. Actually, a lot of people like when I say it, people be like, "Where you from?" Like Rhode Island, they think Long Island in New York.
Yeah.
They're like Long Island. I'm like, no. I say so. Then I just say like near New York, near Boston. I'm like up there. Like yeah, I'm like there, more Boston area. And I was like, you know where Boston is? They're like, yeah. I'm like over there. But no, Rhode Island, it's cool. You know, we got the Four Seasons. Like I really am not selling Rhode Island at all, but like it's a vibe. Okay,
Not even
let me
close to it.
like it's cool. It was cool growing up. I'm still here.
Yeah.
I really like it. You know, like I said, we get the Four Seasons. The winter time is not really too bad. Once in a while, we might get bad winters.
Gotcha.
But like I will say, there's more Black people in Rhode Island than people think.
Wow.
Because I remember when times where I would go to college or whatever, and people would be like, "Is there Black people in Rhode Island?" You know, because we're all over in college, and I'm like, yes, it is more than just me and my family. So yeah, I mean, it's cool. I like
Okay,
it.
that's cool. Okay, I got a question about you bowling at Nebraska.
Right.
How did that, I guess, come about? You going there?
So I had my 5 visual visits. It's different now, like with the NIL. Yeah, NIL, all that stuff is like different, right? I'm like, dang, only if we had that when I was in school, damn. But anyway, so we have 5 official visits, at least for NCAA. And I took my 5. It was Norfolk State University. It was a couple HBCUs. It was University of Maryland Eastern Shore.
Gotcha. Okay.
It was Vanderbilt. It was Nebraska, and it was Valparaiso. And Nebraska actually happened to be my last visit because, like at that time I'm in high school. Like it's cool. I'm missing class. Like, you still got to make up the work and stuff, but it's just like I could kind of make it up at my pace, at my own time, negotiate with the teachers or whatever.
Gotcha.
And so Nebraska happened to be my last one. And at that time I was like, Mom, Dad, like, I don't even want to go visit. Like, I was just tired of the traveling, the leaving, the making classes behind, got to do the test beforehand. Like, I was just too much.
Yeah.
My parents, instilled in me, when you say you're going to do something, like, honor your commitments type vibe. Right. So I was like, all right, whatever. So Nebraska happened to be the last visit. And so it's in Omaha. And Omaha is about like 45 minutes from the actual school, which is in Lincoln. So I say it's a distance kind of from like Rhode Island to Boston. Like if just for people, situational awareness, whatever. Yeah. So I was like, on the way there, coach picked us up, whatever. Bro, nothing but cornfields. I'm like, I'm not going to this school. I'm not from the cornfield. When I just say hay and cornfields and animals, just straight. I'm like, I'm from the city. Like, obviously, it's Rhode Island. Some people are like, you guys are still a small state, but I'm still like, I live in the city.
Yeah. I didn't think Nebraska was a country, quote unquote, country place. So it's closer, I guess, in looks of like Ohio or something like that.
Honestly, I don't know how far it is from Ohio, but I know it's close to like Iowa. It's about like 9 hours, maybe drive 8 or 9, because I've done that before to Chicago. Oof. But it's just nothing but like
cornfields and fields.
Yeah, and I'm like, this is a no. We're not going to this school. Absolutely not. So then when we get there, though, when we get to the school, so there's no professional sports like in Nebraska. So it's kind of like the student athletes, we're kind of like the pros in the eyes of, like the supporters and the fans and stuff.
Yeah.
So when we get there, I'm like, it reminded me like a smaller version of Rhode Island. I was like, okay. The school kind of helped make up the city, like with the buildings and all that, school all over the place. And I was just like, okay, like, I went from not even wanting to seeing all these cornfields to maybe we could do this, you know. So then I started what do you call it? Like had my visit, whatever. It was cool. And then the way they treat the athletes there, and I already know it's even better now, obviously, than when I was there. It was just like I felt like I could do this, you know, like I belong there. Because my dad would ask me, and my mom and dad, every visit, like, "Do you see yourself here, fitting in with the team and the school and whatever, whatever?" And I would say, "Yeah," after every visit. But you know, when you just get that feeling, like when I got to school and after doing my visit and talking to the coach and talking to some other people in the athletic department and seeing the campus, I was like, "Oh yeah."
You already knew it.
Yeah, I was like, this is the one. And I wanted to go to school where I was going to win a national championship. Like, I tell people I'm super honest when they were like, why'd you choose there? I was like, you know, I always used to see Nebraska on TV, like for college bowling, like in national championship contention. So I picked my school first, I'm not going to lie, for bowling, and second for education. But it's a Big Ten. Nebraska is a great educational program. I'm just being honest. I'm not telling you how to do it. For all the youth bowlers,
I'm not mad at it. Like,
at
I'm not
all.
mad.
I'm not mad. You won. You did what you had to do.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm just letting y'all know for the youth bowlers, education is important. I'm not, or not even youth bowlers. Anybody who's listening, education is important. Okay, y'all better get them good grades. So yeah, but I did well in school. Like I've always done well in school. I did well in college. I had a good GPA, graduated, and we won a national championship. We made it all 4 of my years, which is cool. We ended up 1 win, three second places. I'm like, ugh. But you know, some people never make it to that stage or that thing.
Yeah, gotta be grateful. Gotta be grateful.
That's fun. Not like for 1 win, 3 second places. So you basically throughout your whole college, you were just used to making it there.
She's just a winner.
Yeah,
just a winner.
Honestly, it is. Like from her resume, she's just a winner. That's it.
But what's crazy, you know, like people see all the accolades and stuff like that, but they don't know. Like my freshman year, I really struggled, not necessarily because of like being away from home, because I was used to that. You know, I always used to spend time with my grandparents in Virginia, and you know, I was okay being away from my parents, but it was more so of the adjustment with trying to how my game used to be, and then how coaches maybe wanted to make some changes, like based off my game, my physical game, all that stuff. That was one of the hardest parts. So I went my freshman year, I pretty much didn't bowl like all year, like all season.
Yeah,
I traveled. I was there, like, you know, help play my role, help the team where they needed to. Was I a little salty? Like, yeah, I came here to compete. I didn't came here to play watch. You know, like that's how I felt on the inside. But just like, you know, just do your part. And here and there, I would maybe bowl a match or a couple frames, you know. And hopefully I tried to do the best that I could at that point. But I was also in that transition phase of not bowling like I used to and trying like this new way of bowling. So that took some time as well. So I went from pretty much not bowling all year to like starting in the national championship my freshman year. Like,
nice. I was gonna say, I've heard horror stories.
Okay, MJ.
Exactly. I was gonna say I've heard horror stories about coach when a person first gets to a college, the coach kind of want to change some of the stuff that they've been doing for years. And like sometimes it messes them up, and sometimes it makes them for the better. And luckily and blessedly, you're one of the ones that actually just made you better. Or do you feel like it made you better?
Right. It allowed me to compete during that time.
Gotcha.
Like my game, even then, like when I kind of like got it, I still tried to make it my own. Like still try to be athletic and be me with some of the changes that were made. You know.
Gotcha.
But yeah, like there's some people, and just being honest, there's some people who like love bowling, whatever. College bowling happens, and some people like they don't bowl anymore, or they just might bowl league, or they just fall out of love with it, or some of them are just using it to get their degree and they want to do something else, which is cool. Like however you need to use your resources to do what you need to do, I'm all for it. But I was one of the ones who stuck with it. I still enjoy it after all the adversity, you know. So yeah, I'm still here. Okay.
Okay. So since now you're still here, so was bowling was bowling through your youth days always one of those things that you wanted to do, like become a professional bowler? Or that's just something that just came about?
So before I started bowling, I was into a lot of different activities. You've got ballet, tap, jazz, swimming, piano. Like I thought it was the next Beethoven or whatever.
I'm sorry, you just the everything pretty much.
I did a lot. And then it was my sophomore year. I was on the basketball team my freshman sophomore year, and I was like, I wasn't the best, but I was like nice. You know, I was a little point guard, a little hezzy, little
Time out. You Rhode Island nice or you everywhere nice?
I'm everywhere nice.
Okay.
It could be basketball, pickleball, soccer,
not pickleball.
First of all, what is pickleball?
First and second of all, I ain't know black people play pickleball. I just found out what it was last year.
And that's how I know Rhode Island different. No. Earlier you didn't sell it. You just sold it just now. We got pickleball. No,
pickleball is crazy.
What's pickleball?
It don't matter what it is. I'm gonna learn. I'm gonna get better, and yeah.
I think pickleball is like it's a mixture of badminton, tennis, I guess, something like that.
No, so it's rich people sport because like I don't know if we played that in the hood. Like,
so I went whatever freshman year. I was like, this team is trash, but all right. So sophomore year, I was just like, you know what? We was just catching L's after L's. I was like, I'm tired of this. So once that year was over, I played for my high school team. I was just like, you know what? And I played in middle school too. I was like, at that time, I had put more time and energy into bowling. So like, I was nice at ball, but I was just better at bowling. Just put more years and hours and time into it. So after my sophomore year of high school, I said, you know what? I'm gonna just dedicate. We going all in 100% bowling. And my dad was like, that's one of the best decisions you ever made. And I was like, I appreciate you.
Oh, father.
Right. I was like, I want to get a college scholarship. I don't know how I'm finna pay for it. My parents, like my dad already got a loan for his college. Like, how are we finna do this? Yeah. So, I was like getting good and I wanted to like whatever year it was, I was in contention for like bowler of the year or women's bowler of the year or high average, whatever it was. So like I wanted to lock that in. And, then I had my 5 official visits or whatever, went to Junior Gold. For those who don't know, bowlers don't know, it's a big youth tournament that like people all over the country, all over go, and all the college coaches are there. And they're just trying to like recruit and scout and stuff like that. Exposure there. And then, I had my 5 official visits and I ended up in Cornhusker land.
So it's like AAU, but for bowling.
Yes.
That's perfect. Yeah, the perfect description. I didn't get a chance to bowl. When did you make the decision to go pro?
So, like, I never wanted to be a professional bowler. Like I said, I did hella stuff before then. So it wasn't like bowling wasn't on TV like that. Or if it was like before, I wasn't watching it. I wasn't really that interested. Like I would just watch, like probably maybe my junior year, senior year, sophomore year. Like once I in high school, that's when I started watching college bowling on TV, like the national championship, and you used to kind of see teams. Like, I thought I was gonna be a ball player. Like what? And I'm over here bowling. So,
oh man.
So like for me, what kind of has like motivated me is I've always wanted to win at every level. So I did it like the youth. I did it for junior team. For college, for Team USA, I did it PWA like regional, the regional title. So now for me, like it's what do you call it? The national title. So like I've just wanted to win at every level, like for no one but for myself. And so like the next step was the pros. I'm like, okay, well, let's get to it.
Type shit. Oh, I said that.
I almost said that a couple times, but I didn't know if you could say that on here.
Oh no, this is free will. Say what you want to, because I know I'm gonna slip up sometime and you realize I'm a cuss. But I guess that's good then. I honestly thought you were in the timeline of always wanting to become professional because of everything that you accomplished. But the fact that you didn't even want to and you still accomplished what you accomplished is amazing because you got a lot of people out there wanting to be a professional, but as a little kid, still ain't accomplished even close to half of what you did.
I got a question. So you're a pro, right? So we got bowling groupies. Talk about it. I just want to know what's the bowling groupies looking like. You're a pro now.
Wow. Yes.
I see the NBA, NFL, WNBA. What? Talk to me. What's the groupies look like?
I mean, like, I be low key, whatever. But you get your typical, but you get your typical, like, I feel like that's in any sport though. Like, I bet I could beat you in bowling. Like what? Bruh. That's it. That's anything. That's like,
is that how they sound?
Hey, if you come up with that, bro, just step to the side. That's whack hell, right? Like you gotta be more creative than that.
Right, like
that's crazy.
I bet I could beat you in bowling. Bruh. You can't beat me 1v1. Like, I feel like you could get. I feel like you hear that like
bowling is 1v1. I'm sorry, I'm my bad.
You hear that in ball. I mean, like for baseball players, like I don't know how you would try to like for baseball players like play you 1v1. That's kind of. I'm just trying to think of other sports other than like
they probably didn't want to. I don't know. I don't even think that would be the thing in some sports for men. I guess because I guess it would go straight to the point. But for you, that's probably the only way they could feel like they could probably have a conversation with you. If they got pickleball groupies, that's just
wow. I'm upset.
Yes,
I'm upset.
If pickleball surpasses bowling, I'm assuming.
I rebuke it.
Yes.
Hey, bro, it's like mini tennis. It's like tennis and table tennis all mixed in one with badminton.
We don't need no more mini tennis. We already got ping pong and all type of other shit that we don't need.
You know what's crazy though? You know one sport that they do have, and for everybody listening, like if bowling, like when I share my story and stuff like that, I like to tell people that bowling is just a vehicle, to get me to do these different things, whatever. Like a lot of people didn't know you could get college scholarships for bowling. Like, yes, sir, ma'am, I went to school for free.
Message. I ain't know that.
To be honest with you, because I started bowling when I was 13, and I heard the same thing. That's literally how I got into bowling, because we used to go every like one Friday out of the month or whatever. And my dad is a big school head. And this lady was trying to build up the youth program, and he heard the word scholarship and just threw me in there. I wasn't even looking at bowling. But I didn't want to bowl in college because I heard all the horror stories of people not wanting to do it no more. And at the time, I wasn't really that interested anyway, of course. But yeah, I guess we kind of got the same storyline from the beginning, because I played football, basketball, boxing, karate, all that type of stuff. So.
Dang, I did karate too, actually, after school program. I only got to a yellow belt. I was like, this ain't for me.
My next question: what did you not do?
Tennis. I only got to a yellow belt in karate though, because when they tell me to do the push-up, no, we're not doing it.
You want to do the push-up?
I got my yellow belt. I was tired of them telling me what to do. I said, I'm out of here.
Crazy. That's crazy. This is where I draw the line. I'm a champion until it's push-ups. Like until you tell me to do a push-up, I'm drawing the line.
Hey, y'all do the push-ups. Do
That's
it with
crazy.
me. Make it a little bit better. But yeah, like there's this one sport in college, like that's actually in college too. I kind of learned about other sports. Like you could get a college scholarship for rifling.
Rifling?
For shooting? Like archery, rifling. I was just like,
I mean, we're not trying to get banned for.
We're not, but that was that. Just think outside the box. It doesn't always have to be. I always share my story. It doesn't always have to be.
And I feel like that's a great message, right? Because growing up, it's always we call the big three: basketball, football, baseball, depending on where you're from, or softball. I talked to 1,000 people that get scholarships for those sports, but to hear somebody say bowling paid for college. First of all, I'm a hater because I ain't really hear about bowling till a couple years ago. So I'm the typical regular degular. If you ain't play no ball, hey, I don't know what we're talking about. But to hear like college was paid for by bowling is hey, I'm finna get every child I have. Hey, pick this 16 ounce up, right? 16 pounder up. Hey, we finna get it going. But now I heard gold medals, right? Let's talk about them. I want to hear that. Let's get to the gold.
So, like, I think the name of the organization has changed now. I want to look it up. I don't want to say the wrong thing, but Team USA, bowling, like we're governed by the IOC, which is the International Olympic Committee. So some people will be like, oh, so like when are you gonna be in the Olympics? Like when are we gonna see you? And I'm like, we're governed by them, but you guys don't see us on TV every 4 years because we don't get voted in. Yeah. It's a voting process. Like for example, and there was like this I don't know what year, maybe we might have had a chance or got close, but I know like a lot of people from different like countries. I think even Belmont, like they had these conferences and these calls and just doing all this stuff to like, like give us a chance. Like, so yeah, like for example, breakdancing. trampolining. They got. I'm throwing a little shade, but I'm just saying they got voted in, and now what's happening to breakdancing?
That white girl. What she was over the organization though, and then her husband. It was over the organization, and she just took positions from people. Bruh, I'm pretty sure both of y'all seen the video. That was terrible.
Boy,
that was absolutely terrible.
It was
boy.
The lady from Team Australia.
Yes.
Was it?
Yes.
I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, you talking about the whole get on the ground and do that? Yeah, that was her. Yeah, that tragic.
I'm sorry, but that was just peak. That was peak Caucasianness, right there. What we seen on Netflix TV.
It was peak cringe. That's what that was. Like watching that was beyond cringe. Where yes, yeah, get it,
Yeah, and so it's
no
just
way.
stuff like that, you know. I'm just like,
so they let
it makes you mad.
Breakdancing get in, but didn't let bowling get in.
And
so they actually made it harder for bowling to get in now because, like, they're not. I don't think they really see it as a sport, but it's a sport, and because that breakdancing was so trash, they're like, just keep the ones we got here because that was, oh my god.
Exactly. I don't see how they don't think bowling is a sport because that is like one of the rumors that they say they don't consider it a sport.
I'll be tired after I get on bowling. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Exactly. Then all the knowledge you have to know, bro, and the stuff that you have to learn to actually be good at it, that's a whole another thing. And I just don't get it.
I tell people there's a lot. I call them invisible variables. Like there's a lot of things that happen on the lanes that you just don't know. You might see someone 4 or 5 in a row, and then they just stop striking. Just like, what happened? Like I didn't just go from being great to sucking. Like there's stuff that happened on the lanes, and I gotta figure it out. Trash. I gotta figure it out, and I gotta like make my adjustments.
Yeah.
But we're governed by the IOC, and so we still have, like we have world championships. Now it's called I just had it, IBF. It's International Bowling Federation. So like you have like the World Cup and stuff like that. Like all those events happen like under that.
Yeah.
When I competed for junior team, we had PAPCON. So that's in PAPCON, and we had world championships. So that's like not the Olympics, but like the Pan Am Games, stuff like that, world championships. Like, for like track, they have like the world championships, which is not like the Olympics that you see, but it's like those events, and then it kind of builds to the Olympics. But we just haven't been voted into that, and it's just like, yeah. So a lot of things have changed. One thing that I did hear, I'm not really sure, is some people were saying like why we haven't been voted in is because of scoring system. For some people, like people who might not know bowling, like the scoring system might be hard. So just trying to get people to like understand.
Why do you just want to use the European bowling system, which is a lot easier because it's just literally 10 frames instead of 12.
Yeah, I don't know.
That baffles me. Because when we bowl, they have the US, I don't know if they. I don't think Storm is bringing it back. But the USA versus the Europe, the way they do the strikes over there. I'm like, that's super simple compared to the USA version. So, but I don't know. I feel like they're just trying to come up with some type of excuses to stop some.
It would be cool to see it in the Olympics for sure. I just hope that, like IBF, freaking the IOC, Team USA, like whoever is involved, hopefully we could just get on the same page and they could just give us a chance. That's really all we're looking for.
What countries have you bowled in?
I bowled in Panama and Colombia. So my first year, when I won my first gold medal, was in Panama. It was called PAPCON. Now it's just called, I think, the Pan Am Games.
Yeah.
Just don't quote me. Might have to look that up. Like the Pan Am. Yeah. Like, and then the World Championships. I was so sad when I got picked for that. I was happy I got picked because just because you make Team USA, it doesn't necessarily mean like you're gonna bowl.
Yeah.
So like for me, like I'm here to compete. No matter what I'm doing. Like I want to bowl. Just like college, when I'm just sitting here watching, I'm like, this is not fun, So
that's great, yeah.
Because you make Team USA, we go to like camp, do like training for a couple of days or whatever, and then like they have selections to see like who's going to what tournament. So you may get picked to go to multiple tournaments, you may not get picked at all. So I got
similar
picked.
to college almost.
Yeah, kind of like that.
Yeah.
So I got picked my first year, went to the Panama for PAPCON, and then my second year I made it before I aged out. It was the World Youth Championships, and that was in. I saw it before. People were in like Thailand. They went to like Switzerland, like Iceland, like.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, like what country are we going to this year?
Columbia.
America.
No, yeah, we ended up bowling in Lincoln, Nebraska.
Oh,
I was like, what? Out of all the places I saw all the teams before go to, I'm like, I'm gonna go to now. This is gonna be lit.
They took you home. No, they did.
Yeah, they took you.
They took you home. They said, "Hey, y'all left one.
Wow,
there she go." Y'all thought she got away. She right here.
When I tell you, I was devastated. It was still cool. It was a vibe. I won another gold medal there and like did the record or whatever. Yeah. But it was just like, dang, I wanted to go somewhere else. But who's to say that if we were somewhere else, I would have still did, what I did. Like you never know. Yeah. But it was a great experience for sure. I'm just like,
damn, that's crazy. So are you going to bowl Team USA trials next year?
So I'm still deciding. I actually took like a couple years off. So I made junior team, was there for 2 years. It took me a couple years to make it. And then it took me like 3 years to finally make the adult team. And then I was just like, I just wanted like just a break. I had a lot of things going on or whatever. So maybe I will make an appearance at 2026 Team USA trials. I'm not really sure yet, but just depending, like, do I want to be, back on Team USA, represent?
Exactly. You should. You're definitely good enough. Ain't got no problem.
Now, I'm supposed to clap after that. You supposed to hey, that got me hyped. I'm ready to go.
Now, I got another question. And this is going to be probably funny to you, Shane. So, out of all your years of bowling and all combined or whatever, out of all the places you've been, what is the craziest thing you've seen another bowler do? Like the worst, I guess, flash out happen.
Like as far as like what do you mean? Like as far as someone?
Yeah, like somebody just getting pissed off.
Like crashing out? Like
yeah, crash out. Straight crash out.
Geez. I haven't really seen anything like too crazy. I've heard stories, but like people breaking like bar returns or score monitors. Like I've never seen it. People swearing at themselves or out loud. Like I haven't seen anything too crazy, to be honest. Like in person. The worst thing that I've done, probably, I was really really pissed this past year at the U.S. Open. I definitely ripped my jersey. Like that's the most mad I've ever been in bowling.
I was gonna actually, is that the same event that I'm thinking about with the rain?
Where I wear my jersey?
No, yeah. Is that the same tournament where you ripped your jersey, where you had the issue with the lane? Because I don't know if you can really talk about it.
Oh wait, no, that might have been. Oh no, that was Queens the year before, and then this year it was the U.S. Open. I was just like, everything that I threw got me 9, and I needed to get a score that day, and I was the most mad I've ever been in bowling. So I just.
So you Hulkamania that bit.
I was just quiet. I didn't make a scene. I just had to get it out. Boom, change my jersey, come back. Let's get to it. Let's try to get because it's like it's a real thing. Like some people think, they see us on social media and they don't expect us to react or feel the way we do. And it's just like, bro, like we humans too, and we got emotions. If I feel some type of way, I'm sorry later, not sorry right now. I gotta get whatever out that's inside of me. Like, what do you expect?
I feel you. I've seen something. I've seen people. Not calling no names. I've seen people punch themselves in the face repeatedly.
Well, that's crazy.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna hit me. I might hit somebody else. I'm not gonna hit me. Like,
I've seen somebody punch a bar return, break their hand. I'm not gonna say that because we might get banned for that. But actually, I can say it, but we ain't got to keep it. I've seen somebody start cutting themselves.
Oh my God.
In the middle of we were at a tournament. It wasn't even a professional tournament. This is just a regular old amateur tournament.
Oh nah, fam. That's crazy work.
They were going terrible, but not, cut yourself terrible. But it was it was
I mean, all gutters is terrible, but like anything above that, I think my boy, you ain't got to cut it. Like,
You
Yeah, no.
know, that's
It was. I was concerned for that. I started talking to him a little bit, make him feel better. He was an older guy too, though. That's the crazy part. Even
oh
crazier
wow.
part. But the
thanks for
crazy,
being a friend. Hell,
the worst thing I've done. I normally don't flash out when I bowl, but it's just in this particular instance, and it's still I end up apologizing to the guy. It was mainly because I was bowling bad, and I normally don't have a good look on house shot anyway. But two of the people on the lane started using your thing right
Oh,
up 10. And when I tell you, I left a few pocket fives, of course, the 10 pin, an 8 pin if I did try to strike, and I cursed a couple times, and I didn't really call them out their name, but I'm not going to say exactly what I said because I
right.
don't feel
nah,
too.
nah, nah. I want to hear it. I want to hear it. Not you,
Yeah.
Adonis. Adonis.
What?
Yeah, I
Talk to
was.
me.
It was out of pocket what I was saying. I don't want to say it because like I said, I had to apologize to the guy, and I wasn't saying it too loud because at the time, like it wasn't right. I'll just say that. I ain't gonna say
Right.
exactly what I said. I don't
Man.
even want to repeat it. But
And
yeah,
for the people like listening who don't know what your thing is, let's just say it's a like a type of ball, whatever, but it does some stuff to the lane.
it does some
Just
damage.
makes your
Yes.
ball not do what it was doing before.
Yes, bro. Because it was at 5. It was at like actually it wasn't even at 500 grid. It was worse. I think it was at like 360. That's what even made me madder.
On house shot?
On a house shot at a high friction house.
What are we? I was like, what are we doing?
Exactly. You about to flash out. You about to flash out now. You ain't even there. Imagine if you was there seeing this shit on two people, literally right up 10, and the other one was like at 14 at the arrow, straight down the line at the bike.
Oh my god!
I was so mad, man. And I'm on. And then my teammates, they're two lefties, so they're just laughing at me.
Oh yeah, because they ain't have to deal with it.
Yeah, exactly, bastards.
They like, figure it out.
Exactly.
That's crazy. I actually recorded a ball video today, and I even like in the ball video, I was just like, "Do you guys?" I was like, "I'm curious. Do you guys throw urethane like on house shot like during league?" Just curious what people.
I do good. You're a bad person. I hope you fall in the shower.
Wow.
Why would you?
Literally, repeat it. When you get back up, let it fall again.
Hope you stub your toe on the bed.
Wow.
That'd be the worst.
You feel me?
Pinky toe. No other toe but the pinky toe.
I want the last two toes.
Last nub.
Yeah, but
I'm telling you,
it changed your attitude for the day. You feel me?
My God.
I hit them hoes. I'm flipping the bed. I might throw a pair of sneakers.
I did that shit earlier because of my dog, bro. It just reminded me. I was trying to forget about this shit. Jesus, that's the worst pain I've ever felt. I've had fractured bones, a broke finger, but that pinky toe shit, man.
It's because it's separate from the rest of them. Like it do this, and it ain't made for that. That would happen.
It is.
It ain't made the move for real.
Man, they be like part of the group, and then it's not, and then it come back like y'all niggas left me. You know
all right. So now that we talked about the Olympic thing, and you bowled in college, I seen that you were a vegan. Right. How long has that been a thing?
When did I go pro? I think like 2018, 19, probably 2019. Probably since like 2019, 2020.
So 7 years?
Was it? Is it really?
7 years.
Yeah.
Hey, the time is going by. What the heck?
Okay, so clearly, as you can see, me and him are not vegan. So
I was. So let's talk about it.
You were.
Okay.
I was vegan.
I'm listening.
5 years. Yeah, I was vegan 5 years. I ended that vegan journey in 2019.
See, I can't.
Yeah, I was done with that.
How did that go?
Yeah.
So it was really a bet that I told somebody. I was like, nah, bro, like you can't do it, I can. Bet money, cool. So it turned into a bet, but then turned into a whole lifestyle. So I went vegetarian first because I was like, yeah, I still need at least eggs and bread or something. And then I went like full vegan, which was like cooking the food, and that was probably the two hardest things were always having to cook because I don't know what people putting in their food, so I might as well just make my own. And
Oh,
then
so
two,
oh, my bad. I didn't mean to interrupt you. So it's vegetarian then vegan, or vegan then vegetarian? Like, what's at the top of the most of the most?
probably I would say vegan, let's say,
Okay,
is top. And then below that'll be vegetarian because they still eat dairy. So that's still your cheese, your bread, all that stuff. And
gotcha.
then pescatarian is all the same thing except they eat
Gotta eat
fish.
red meat. Yeah.
You know, they eat fish, and then is everybody else. But yeah, that joint was probably at first it was hard. Pause. That's crazy to say out loud. And then
Whoa! You just beat me, sir. Hey, you can't
no.
say nothing else to me. You can't pause me no more.
So here's the thing, right? We speaking about how difficult something is. So let me clear that up.
Right.
It was difficult at first, and then from there, I mean, it was easy. It was just, hey, we going out, cool. I know I got to eat before we go out. Like I know when we go places, like ordering drinks, certain drinks I can't get because it's got, you know what I'm saying, something in it I don't eat. So I got to make sure I cross all the I's and dot the T's. Man, I went from like I was probably like 260. Man, I got down to like 200. I'm talking about in like I say probably 4 months. I'm like a crack baby, and it was smooth. But then I just got tired of it, and the New Year's coming into 2019. Yeah, I was like, I want chicken wings, and so I got hot wings. And then like after that, it was over with. But I used to make the cauliflower
That boy wanted meat.
wings. Yeah, you take the cauliflower and slice it.
That
You know
boy
what I'm
wanted that
saying? Like
meat.
bake patties and dip it
Man,
in
you
a
did way
spelt
more
flour, and then, yeah, like I did all that. So
flour. Oh, so you was just not even
that
vegan, but like natural, like
see what I'm saying? Yeah,
like okay, so you
yeah.
know the game for sure.
I had to make my own sauces because I didn't know what they was putting in these. So it was like, all right,
Yes.
like you got to get your own ginger, you got to get this and mix this up. And, oh yeah, I was in the lab.
All
So
right.
when
See,
people
a
ask,
lot
"Can you
more
cook?"
than
I'm
me.
like, "Yeah, like I can really cook." Like I had to do it. Yeah. So, but
No,
it was a journey. But on the way back though, I said,
So now we know that both of you are vegans. You know, I have to throw in.
oh, here we go.
I have a couple jokes.
Of
okay.
course, dad jokes.
Yeah, kinda.
Okay.
All right. Um, why did the tofu cross the road?
I hate tofu. Ugh.
You don't like
What?
tofu? Oh, thank you.
God, I
Okay.
hate tofu.
Yeah. Okay. So why is it a stigma that like, all vegans just love tofu?
Because
I don't know.
people,
Because I've had a vent for a little bit. Because one thing that pissed me off about vegans and vegetarians is
uh-oh.
because um, one thing y'all like to change like items to what they're like I said, vegan shrimp for one. You ever heard of that? Vegan shrimp?
No.
Yeah.
Of course.
Somebody told me it was a vegan that told me like they have vegan shrimp. They
I know
have
vegan crab, but not shrimp.
vegan
It's
buffalo
the
wings.
same thing.
Oh,
Vegan crab?
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh god.
Yeah.
It's like substitutes. Like
So it's certain fruit that mimic the texture of the meat.
Yeah, like jackfruit.
Crazy.
jackfruit.
Wow.
I love
Yeah.
Wow.
Crazy.
Wow.
That boy's another level today. Like I don't even know. I'm talking about. Wow.
Okay.
That's crazy.
Ah, what's the new dance challenge?
I don't even know how to bounce back from that.
Wow. Again, you just keep going, don't you? We're just gonna mute you for a second.
All the way left.
You need a timeout. Jesus. All right. I'm saying, why did the tofu cross the road?
It's gonna be something stupid. I don't even want to guess.
I don't even know.
Yeah, like why, bro?
To prove it wasn't chicken.
That is
Slap
a
me.
terrible joke.
I'm pissed off now. You're gonna piss me off with that joke.
That was a terrible joke. What's the next one?
To prove it wasn't chicken.
All right, I got another one. Cows eat grass, right?
Mm-hmm.
So is it just filtered green juice? Is their milk just filtered green juice?
Get out. Get out. Drop
There,
it.
yeah, she laughed. There we go. There we go.
No.
Oh, I got one
No.
more. This is it. This is the last one.
Is
This
it
the la-
filtered green juice? No.
What?
Is their milk just filtered? Okay, I got one more. All right. You know why most vegans? Well, you know why most people don't go vegan?
No.
Because they don't
No.
care it all.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I like that one. I like that one.
Got him. All right, I'm done.
All right, that was the best one.
Yeah,
Out of
that
all
was
three,
good.
that was
I got one more, but actually, this is perfect. This fits you guys perfectly. Why do vegans have the best relationships or best friendships?
Because they don't beef.
There you go.
Oh, yeah.
There
I was
you go.
thinking they don't argue over
There
it.
we go. See, you got it.
I
You
knew that was going to be it.
understand,
It's going to be a beef joke. They says.
All right, so I do got one question to go back to bowling. Do you have?
My eyebrows.
You don't have to tell your secrets, but I do want to know because I'm trying to get to where you're at. Do you have any favorite layouts that you use, or you just?
Actually, no. Well, like specific numbers, no. It's just general, like, I honestly don't come up with my layouts myself. Like, I'm still learning, like learning what I like. My pitches have changed.
Yeah.
Some stuff has changed. So I asked one of my former ball reps, and he's helped me. We practice like in the off season together, and he knows I spent more time with him, so he knows what I like, what I don't like, what I like to see, stuff like that. So I honestly think if I like just look at, oh God, I got a hangnail. Sorry.
Hey, I'm rough.
When you have one and it just bothering you all day.
Hey, hangnails and pinky toe jams. I don't know which one gonna win.
Hey, the way her whole mood changed.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Girl, whoa.
All right.
Oh,
So
this
like
made me sweat. This was so funny.
Like there's a couple that I like use, on a consistent basis. Like I don't have like 50 million layouts. It's probably like 3 that I like see on my bowling balls. Like to be honest, kind of in rotation. I feel like if there's something specific that I need, like it's probably gonna be like on tour. Like if we're bowling on a pattern and I need my ball to do this, then we're just gonna drill it and we're gonna have it do this. Other than that, I like, layouts that I feel like I can use on a variety of things. I don't like to be put in a box unless it's for this purpose. Then okay.
Mm-hmm. So how many? That leads me to another question. How many bowling balls do you normally drill, or do you? I got an estimate of balls that you drill through the whole tour season.
Honestly, I don't drill that many. I'm not one of the ones that just drill. I promise you, like. I think some people and people who are watching this might feel like I'm throwing shade. Like I'm honest. I don't like we not finna sugarcoat whatever. I think some people who just drill because they can. I think there's some people who drill because they want to. Some people might just drill because like sometimes you just might need a new ball, and just you might just need to see something. You might already have the ball, but a fresher one, like I think some people use it wisely and some people just want to drill because I don't know, they want to drill. But I'm not really going to drill too often. Probably last year I might have drilled, I guess, 5 balls, 6 maybe. And we're bowling tournaments. I don't even know how many tournaments we have in a season. Maybe 7, 8. Like and you can drill, like for day 1, day 2. We're at the bigger tournament, the longer tournaments. Like people might drill 2, 3 balls like within the tournament. Like but I don't drill like too much. I feel like if I'm like none of these look good, I might ask my ball reps like, hey, this is what I see or I don't see. What do you guys think? Or like a new one might come out, and because we're on tour, we'll get like the new ones drilled to see what they do on whatever path we're going on. But I'm never one to just want to just drill balls because maybe I should be. I don't know. But like I'm not, I'm just, I don't do that. I
You
just,
like because you like to feel. I'm the same way though because I'm not a what we call in the bowling industry Kashin or Sheen
No,
Tavius.
I don't know.
We call it a ball whore. Really, that's what it is. Like if you just have like you just drilling balls or you just keep getting bowling balls, we call it a ball whore.
some people just like just the new stuff, and I'm here for it. But even then, sometimes I might get a new ball and like drill it. But just because I drill it doesn't mean it's gonna look good for whatever we're bowling on, or it might
Facts.
not do exactly what we thought, or the surface might be wrong, or so then it's like I can't use it because we already whatever. But I will say one of the balls that we did drill, I think it might have been the first tournament I bowled last season. We drilled me the Ion Pro. I think it had like just came out or a couple weeks or whatever, and that ball is just one of my favorite balls right now. This
I
is
was gonna say I
amazing.
feel like that is your favorite ball because you brought it to the celebrity the Mookie thing.
Yeah, that ball is good. I forgot that center be hooking, so I'm like, I need like the weak stuff. Like I need the shiny stuff there, you know?
Man, see, I didn't know. I didn't. My first year there was the not this year, but the year before, of course.
Oh, okay.
And I didn't know that place hooked that much. So I brought a Vivo.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Optimum. I think I had the Optimum Idol at the time.
That's gonna just be strong and burn up.
It was terrible. I'm glad we didn't have real competition. I
You
had a
got you
the weakest ball I had was the Phase 2. No, I had an IQ Ruby, but I had a Phase 2, and that worked pretty good. But
Yeah,
yeah,
that's okay. Yeah, I used my face through there a couple times. I really do love the Optimum Idol. The OG, the pink one used to be my favorite, and they discontinued that, and they came out with that one. I like that ball a lot
you
too.
feel like it's close, or you feel like still the Optimum Idol was just a little stronger.
I think the Optimum. No. I think the Idol, in my opinion, is a little stronger. The
Really?
the the first one, yeah. I think the Optimum Idol gives me a little bit. It's probably just a little cleaner, just a little bit.
Hmm. Yeah, you.
I wish they never discontinue. All the balls I like, they discontinue, and I'd be sad. Really do, man. I'm like, come on.
Yeah, that is crazy. Do you
When
got?
you just have certain balls and like they might come out with new ones, whatever company it is, and it's just like, yeah, that's nice, but you just can't replace this one. It's
Yeah,
not
you
the same.
can't. Like
So,
mine
yeah.
is the. To be honest, I'm not signed to anybody or whatever, but the RSTX2 for me, that's that ball.
Oh, the purple one.
Yes.
That I only threw that a little bit. No, I didn't throw that too much. But I know somebody who loves that ball. All
That
these
ball
honor
was
scores with it.
that ball was amazing.
Yeah, yeah. For the time I threw it, I do think it's a good ball. You actually see that ball a lot on tour, at least the women's tour. This
That's
hangman was crazy.
okay. All right, so I guess okay, we can round it up. So I seen that you do a lot of motivational speaking. Right
Mm,
now, to be honest, you're the face for Black women in bowling, and
mm.
you give that you deserve that trophy for sure because you've been the most accomplished, of course. And I'm pretty. Who did you look up to? Kim Terrell Kearney.
So that's the thing, like Coach Kim, like I said, pro bowling wasn't, so when I was like in college or kind of like started maybe even watching bowling, Coach Kim, she had retired before I even started to
To even get
really
into
get
it.
into it.
So
Yeah,
you didn't look at anybody as far as while you were in it.
no. Like,
What?
I promise you, like, no, the only thing I did see on TV, like, really remember is when she beat Chris Barnes. Like everybody watched that.
Yeah,
Like
everybody watched that.
that
That
was that was
was
really cool to
historic.
see, like in real time.
No, she was like the first. She dominated. I think she averaged like 260 that whole show.
He
I
rolled. Like,
seen Chris yesterday, and no, not yesterday, but Saturday, and I should have said something to him about it to fuck up his
mm,
vote because he beat me or whatever because I gave him a win. It was the Vicky trio tournament we had going on. It was Chris, Ryan, and Linda, and my team had to bowl them, and then he beat me by like 8 pins.
were you from Texas?
No, I'm from Alabama.
Oh wait, where did you bowl? You bowled in Alabama? The
No, I
tournament?
bowled in, the tournament was in Louisiana.
Oh, it was in Louisiana. Oh,
Yeah, it
okay.
was in Louisiana. And we ended up bowling together at tournament. I can't remember what they finished, but we finished eighth. I think they finished probably like third or fourth, maybe, or
Oh,
fifth. I
okay.
can't remember. But yeah,
Man.
yeah. You do give a lot of motivational speeches from what I've seen or whatever like that. But do you
Yeah.
have any key one that was your favorite or a place that you visited to
Hmm.
talk to people?
Yeah. I mean, a couple places, like some high schools here, boys and girls clubs here. I Norfolk State, the women's team there.
Yeah.
Even UME is there, women's team's there. But like, you know, even some of my alma mater, like middle schools here, whatever. But like the coolest one of the coolest ones, I would say, is when I went to Bron, his I Promise school.
Yeah.
So we had a tournament there, and then I was invited to go speak, so I got to speak to the whole school and share my story. And then it's crazy because one of the kids who was there, I don't know his age right now. I have to like go back and look. I don't think he's graduated yet, but his favorite bowler is like Belmo, and he was one of the like Jasmine Mesa Foundation scholars for the one of our programs we have, GMF and PBA Junior, and it was super cool. I was like, what the heck? That was really cool to see. I don't know if he bowled. We might have had like his spot, whatever, like carry over because something might have happened. But yeah, it was really cool to see. So I spoke to him, and sometimes I get updates, and yeah, he really loves bowling. So, but when I speak to people, my message is never to be like become a professional bowler. Like if you want to, I'm all here for it. But it's really the main thing. Like my main message is telling people like whatever you're passionate about, like just go for it.
Exactly.
Like, who cares what anybody else? I got made fun of in high school and middle school when like people like, all right, we going to the mall, whatever you want to come. I'm like, no, I'm going to bowling practice. And my gym teacher's like, bowling practice? Like who does that?
Yeah,
and it's crazy because
not look at you.
Exactly. Like, look at her.
We had a group chat, like all my friends from like middle school. And they're like, yeah, like I see the stuff you be doing. Like I'm glad you didn't listen to me. I'm glad I didn't listen to you. Okay. Yeah. So it's just like a full circle moment. It's really cool. But yeah, those are some of the places I spoke to. Really cool. And the TNBA HBCU inaugural like event that they have, I was the first one that they had. I was a speaker for that. So it's cool. I just be trying to share my story and hopefully inspire someone. Some people might look up to me, some might not. I'm not for everybody.
You got a lot.
I just be saying what I gotta say and hope it inspires people.
Which we love, but you got a lot of people that look up to you.
Well, we be vibing.
You got a lot of people
like this? Oh God.
For sure. Yeah. But like I said, you got a lot of people that look up at you, kids and everything. Everybody knows you. You're doing a great job representing the sport, representing being a strong black woman, all the good stuff. And you're just amazing. Like you said, you're just born a winner. You've been winning for a long time now. So I look forward to you to see what you got going on next season.
National title next, baby! Hold it!
By the way, do you bowl to Lucy?
I do, but I haven't like made the cut yet. I'm just like,
who you bowl with?
I'm like, partner, come on. I had multiple partners, to be honest.
Dang.
So
they just kicked to the side every time.
Yeah, we just
It's been real, my G. All right, cool. Be safe.
So
yeah.
I bowled almost every year. I think maybe besides like 1 year, like since I've been starting to bowl it, whatever. It's a great tournament. I'd be vlogging it, whatever. I'd be streaming and I'd be just having fun. But like, dang, I want to make the cut. Like, we can do this. Just ball reaction, really.
I was gonna say, give me a year, because this year right here, I'm going. So last year I bowled regionals, like for the first time since my youth days or whatever, and I got a chance to bowl 4, really just 3 that count towards points, and I made it to the top 30 in points. So this year I'm gonna go full time to see what I actually can do to try to actually make the RPI and try to make top 5. So give me a year. And I would love to be your partner in the Lucy.
Man, if you can make some spares and occasionally hit a target, we'll see what happens. Let's go from there. Like, because at the end of the day, it don't matter, like who your partner is. Just you gotta bowling, just ball reaction, just trying to
facts.
ball through the pins the right way. In my last couple years, it was really getting the ball through the pins the right way as a collective, So
yeah, because I heard the pattern isn't the pattern like 3-1 or something like that.
I'm not sure. It's definitely scoreable.
It's not that. Yeah, it's not.
Yes, they're not trying to like all these people here. They're not just. It ain't no U.S. Open pattern.
Yeah.
But there's still a little bit of margin of error. Like you miss a little bit, you're gonna get penalized. But you got room. Mm-hmm.
Okay. But yeah, like I said, give me. I'm gonna see where I'm gonna go super full time in it, like my old days, and see where I go from there. But give me a year. Get 2026. Right. Hopefully we can see a Don and Gigi, Lucy.
If I don't already have a partner by that, because stuff be happening.
Yeah.
Let's lock it in, okay?
Cool.
And if we can't do it that year, let's do it. I'll be like, dang, all y'all like suck. Like me ain't out here first time teaming up together. We out here striking on these mofos.
For sure.
Cuts.
For sure. Right, we gotta make it happen. All right.
I just want to record it. That's all I want to do. I just want to.
You want to record?
Yes. Can I share on my YouTube channel too and tag you?
Tight.
Yeah.
Gigi, I guess tell people where they can find you at if they don't know about Bowling, Instagram, foundation, and all that stuff.
The 2 G's, you already see it. Right. I feel like I'm doing my YouTube
punchline.
like I don't know on
It's
YouTube.
a crazy punchline. I know you see it. Whoa.
I know on YouTube right now. So everything GG related, you just go to JazmineMason.com. That's GAZMINE Mason. That's you can see all the stuff I've done, different events, like going freaking CP3's charity event when I was on Ellen's Game of Games, Good Morning America, like all the stuff that I be doing is right there, right? Mm-hmm. Boom! There's a link to the merch right here, GodGame10.com.
Yep.
You can go to that website, or you could just hit the little at the top of my JazmineMason.com. Boom! It says merch. Click that. It'll take you to GodGame10.com. All the GG merch. All right. We got GG merch, God Game merch, Black Girls Kimbo 2 merch. We got all the above. Boom!
There you go.
Then we got another website, JazmineMasonFoundation.org. Any of these websites you go to, it takes you to each of the websites. So you don't gotta type it in. You click and it takes you to where it's supposed to take you to. Right? Boom. Jazz Mason Foundation. Our mission is to foster education, health, and nutrition to under-resourced kids and individuals through the sport of bowling. So we got different couple of programs where we're helping people just progress in their bowling careers. And one of them we did was the Black Girls Can Bowl 2 exclusive experience with Coach Kim Terrell. I'm not going to say too much. Y'all can go on the website and go check it out, right? So, yeah, those are some of the things, man. I'm bowling. I'm on social media. I think my biggest or main platforms right now are YouTube. Type in Gigi Mason Bowling, whatever, I'll pop up. Instagram, Jasmine Mason, where you can follow me. YouTube, freaking TikTok, that might be banned. I kind of was late on TikTok, so it's probably Jasmine Mason. You could go follow me if you want. I really don't care. But even Twitter too. I have that, but I don't really use it. But mainly Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. Go buy some stuff, all right? If you don't want to buy nothing, if you don't like me or whatever, go donate to the Jasmine Mason Foundation because it ain't for me, it's for the kids, okay? If you got $1.50, 2 quarters, donate what you can, okay?
Tight.
And we're going to have everything below too.
Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell notification so you're notified every time Any2Gs drops a video.
You just regurgitate that. It just comes out like that. There was no.
I say it every video. Yeah. I say it every. I really.
There was no build up to it. It just was like
All right. Thank y'all for tuning in. This is 39 to 7. Make sure you follow us on all social media platforms: Instagram, Facebook. Just follow us on YouTube at JustBowl TV. Also subscribe, actually. And thank you for tuning in.
Yeah, y'all. Thank you for tuning in. Y'all better go subscribe to the channel. Don't be fake supporters. Don't be watching, not liking, and subscribing. We don't do that here.
There we go.
All right, we out.
All right, peace.